Welcome to my messy garage. Today I have this from I Wonder. Ooh, I Wonder. Cloudwheels. This is the kit that you get for a typical longboard. But I have a Meepo, and they don't have Cloudwheels for us Meepo users yet. And so on their Facebook, they put out a post that said, we need some DIY enthusiasts, people, to turn this typical Meepo, this is a 90 millimeter. I have extra 100 millimeters, but I'm not going to do that because I want to keep these. Don't know how much longer Meepo is going to be making them. But I'm going to turn this into this monstrosity. Look at that. Huge comparison. It fits inside the inner diameter of the wheel. That's crazy. I mean, it kind of has to, because this metal part is this metal part. So using these two things, smash them together, we're going to get the real hub wheel. Fair warning, it was very difficult. It was, my fingers hurt afterwards. I am accustomed to difficult DIY projects. As you can see, I have a BMW back there, and it's about the same of anger that you get out of it. So let's hop into it. I have normal screwdrivers. I really like this one. These are all the tools that I used to remove the other polyurethane from the other hub. This is everything that I used. I guess I used a Dremel, but it didn't really help much. So what I did was, on the Meepo hub, there's a small hole next to this one. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. Yeah, right there. Right there. There's a small hole. That's essentially where I started. Let's get to it. Kind of right where the two meet is where you want to get into. And you want to hear a ripping or a tearing of some sort in between the two. You don't want to cut the polyurethane necessarily, because then it makes a mess. Ooh, yeah, so I am right in between the two, between the metal and the polyurethane. And you kind of just want to get it to rip away from the hub. So I'm at this point, and as you can see, I ripped this. It's a lot easier if you can separate the glue that they use right here. Right here. Separate the glue and kind of peel it away. But because I messed up, it's way more difficult. Knocked you over. Alright. Well, I got it. Let's set this down. I got it most of the way off. But this section remains. So that's going to be some work right there. That's work. So let's get to it. I think that's good. I think we're good there. Let's take it inside and put together the hub. Alrighty, I'm in my kitchen now. So you gotta make sure the majority of the stuff around the sides. This one was very clean, which is nice. Took a lot less work. And you want to fit it from the back. So you see that there's letters and whatnot. Fit it from the back. This section in the center, this is how they are making it usable for all these different boards. To fit this back in there. Boom. So from the back, press it in. It's going to be difficult. And if it doesn't want to go in, this is just pushing it in into a different spot. Boom! So what you want is the back end to be flush. So this is not flush. So I need to try and get that to be more in there. Almost. And this is just because I had that little extra stuff on there. And because I have this little gap, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a block of wood and kind of just tap down on either side and this side. To make it flush. And as you can see, from the front, it is not flush. There's a gap. This one had it too. So you're going to break into your Cloudwheels box. You are going to grab a small Allen key, the bag of screws and washers, and this bad boy. So, fit the holes, take your screws, I dumped them out right on top, Allen nut bolt, Allen bolt lock washer. So we're going to take this extra one and put it back in the bag, continue on. So starting off with my first screw, I'm going to tighten until it's finger tight, go across, finger tight. You're going to do the star pattern for a little while, because what you're doing is you're compressing it together. And as you do this, the other bolts will come loose. This one. That one needs tightened. And because these wheels are two halves, it will compress a good bit, or at least the inner sleeve. And now, oops. And now we have two sets of cloud wheels for hub motors, Meepo. So we're gonna put those like that. Now we have these. And now we have a whole set. Look at that, whole set. Now we're to my floor. Oh. So I wonder, gives you these bad boys. Well, it's not going to focus, but these are spacers. They go in between here. I don't actually know if I need it, so we're going to find out without putting them on first, and we're going to put the wheels on. And my dog Cooper might help us. Hey, bud. Cloud wheels gives you this Allen key. This one actually does fit. So loosen up all of the bolts in the back. you want a lip to come up. And that means that you know that it is fully seated in there inside of its little housing it has, and it should be able to. Boom, move. I'm 260 pounds, and I did not touch either side with my settings that I have. Obviously, people ride at different stiffness of the trucks, so depending on what you ride at, it might have to be put on, and it should be pretty simple. It's just swapping it. It's easy. As you can see, the board is done. Look at those. They move good. Fronts look good. Let's see if I can get the whole thing. Boom. And it was relatively simple once I figured out the best way to do it. I feel like heating it up did do a better job of making it so that the glue could separate. This is what the one that you watched me turned out into. So, one big O-ring. But this is what the other one did. Separated apart, got cut, and everything. And that just made it so much harder. It made it more difficult. Made it feel like it wasn't worth it. But the way that I just showed, with a knife to get the initial separation and then a big flathead screwdriver to kind of drive those apart, really made it more simple. It was easier. But yeah, so I hope this helps someone. I can't do a review of the wheels themselves. You can look elsewhere. It's raining outside in Seattle. So have fun, be safe, wear a helmet, and don't cut yourself while doing this. Do not cut. I almost did. I think I caught it on video. But don't hurt yourself. If you don't think you're up to it, don't get them.